petrified. Now, I'm going to write it up here under it says. Petrified, and I think it was part of a longer phrase. I think it was petrified wood. Okay, so I'm going to get out my, I'm going to borrow yours, Kwajay. Petrified wood. And it is on the
second page.
It's on the third page.
Yeah.
All right, so actually I think I have that. No, I've got it. I've got it. Thank you, though. All right, so petrified wood. Now, when I look at this, petrified wood, I know what wood is from my practical thinking, my background knowledge. I know what wood is. I've seen trees around. I know that trees are made out of wood. I know that this chair is made out of wood. So that's not the word that's tripping me up. It's this first word, petrified. So the first step of it says, I say, and so is to find those text clues. So I'm going back to my text, and I'm going to read the sentence that has that difficult word in it. A rock called petrified wood is made from a tree that died in an ancient forest. All right? So the key words are tree that died. Okay, oh, this is my turn, so our hands are down. So, tree that died. I'm also looking at the illustration. I know that nonfiction text features oftentimes have illustrations or photos with captions. So it has an illustration right here with the caption that says petrified wood. And I can see that that kind of looks like the inside of a tree. So that diagram kind of helps me. It looks like the inside of a tree, but it also looks like a rock. So I'm just going to write that down as a clue. Now I'm going to move to the I say portion. And remember, the I say is everything that you know from your background knowledge. That's where we use that kind of thinking, that practical thinking. All right, so petrified. So Armani, you can go ahead and put that on your leg. Excellent. Now, this word petrified, I have heard that before, so it's part of my background. I know that when I was little, I would go to sometimes haunted houses with my older brother, and there would be scary things. There would be like people that were all dressed up, and they would jump out, and I would get, my mom called, she said, oh, you're petrified. And I would get so scared that I would just stand there. And they couldn't move me along in the haunted house. I was petrified. I was so scared that I couldn't move. So this is what I know. This is my turn. This is an I do. So petrified, what I know is that I'm so scared I can't move. Now, here's the thing, is that doesn't really help me out a lot in figuring out this text. So what I had to do is I had to go do a little research on this word petrified. And I found out that the base of petrified is petra, and petra means stone. So that's what I know from my research, that petra means stone. So if I tie the two together, I remember when I was scared so much that I couldn't move, I was almost like I'd been turned to stone. I was petrified, couldn't move. It was just, it's almost like I'd been turned to stone. So, and petra means stone. So petrified wood, Okay, remember this is my turn. I'm glad you guys are thinking. Give me a thumbs up if you have it inside your brain. So, petrified wood, I know that the text said that it was a tree that died, and there was a diagram of this piece right here that looks like it's a rock, but it looks like wood too. And I know that when I was petrified, I couldn't move. It's like I was frozen, like a stone, like a statue. So I can infer that petrified maybe means turned to stone. From everything that I know. I see Manuel nodding his head. Do you guys agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, are you ready to help me on our next word?
Yes.
All right, so this is our we do, okay? This is one we are going to do together. So our next word, I'm looking over at my trouble words that we use that we need to infer.
Fossil.
Yeah, I'm going to cross out petrified because we have already done that one. Sorry, Kwajay, reach behind. Sandstone. I heard somebody say sandstone. All right.
Sandstone.
So your job is to find the word sandstone in your text. When you do, give me a thumbs up. Sandstone. All right, that's my next word. Excellent. Kwajay, put your finger on that text. I see we've got our fingers on the text, sandstone. And remember, our first job in the It Says, I Say, and So strategy is to list our text clues. So I want you to find out if any text clues in there. Talk with your neighbor about it. If you find something that will help us understand it, let me know. So go all the way back to this first sentence and read that whole sentence again. All right, so Dylan, come back all the way to here. No, not right now. So let's go ahead, scoot up. Go ahead and read this. Okay, you guys talk. Okay, you are already jumping to an inference. Can you find the text clues, the words just in the text? Because you got so good at this, you can already. Okay, excellent. Okay, excellent. All right, finish your sentences in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Red light. Excellent. Manuel, what are the text clues? What'd you find? Ripples. Okay. What's another text clue, Lila?
It says that you can tie the sand stuff together.
Okay, so what should I write right here? That whole piece, sand stuck together? All right. Sand stuck together. Oh, that gives me a pretty good visual. Just a bunch of sand stuck together. I'm kind of maybe figuring something out now. All right, Mary, did you find something? Or Kwajay, what'd you find? Okay. Where does it say sandstone? Is that in the text or was there a picture? There's a picture, so there's a text feature there. Excellent. So the picture helps us, or the illustration. All right, and Armani. Okay. Ooh, so worn down mountains. Wow. So those are a lot of text clues. Okay. Now, what do we know? What do we already know, Dylan, from our background knowledge about sandstone? Talk with your neighbors about that. What do you already know? What does your practical thinking tell you about sandstone? Yeah. That's good. So what do you already know?
That the sand stuck together for a long time and made a rock.
Have you ever seen any sandstone? Have you go see cats? So you know some experience. Have you seen? Okay. So can you imagine? Can you infer what sand stuck together would look like if it was a stone? I wonder if it would feel like grainy. I wonder if it would feel like sand. Maybe. I don't know. Okay. All right, finish your sentence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent job. I heard some great discussion. Lila, tell me what you shared, because you told me that your background knowledge, you didn't know what sandstone was, but what did you infer already?
I know that there's sand.
Okay, that there's sand in it. All right, so Mary, what do you know?
There's some particles in it, and you get like smother it, put it on the sand, and
Oh.
sand.
Okay, so you've made some sandstone before, just kind of pretending. All right, out of sand. Excellent. Armani.
That sandstone is like petrified.
It's petrified?
Because
Because it's turned to stone. It's sand that's turned to stone. We might have to do some more research on that. That's a good thought. And Manuel, who will be next? Manuel. Did you have any other background knowledge about sandstone? But it's Probably dried up sand. Excellent, excellent. Page. Oh, excellent. You guys are making some great inferences. So I know from my background knowledge that I've seen sandstone when I would take my kids when they were little to nature centers, and they would have examples of the rocks, and we would get to hold them, and they felt like sand. They were kind of grainy, kind of like sandpaper. That's what they sort of felt like, and you could see it. So I've seen that, and I know that sandstone is a compound word, sandstone, and just like Paget said, that it's a stone made out of
Sand.
Excellent. That's going to be my inference. You guys agree with that?
Yes.
Or do you have anything different? What do you think, Dylan?
The sand has stuck for a long time. But it's sandstone.
Perfect. Sand stuck together. So you took your text clue that was, we saw sand stuck together, and you made an inference that it's turned into stone. Excellent. Made out of sand. Excellent. Okay, now it's your turn. You guys are going to get to make an inference all on your own. So Armani, you're going to pull out your graphic organizer that looks like this. Everybody should have one. Your folders on the table. Excellent. And I'm going to give you a word, or actually, you guys can choose a word. You guys can choose from this color. Your group can choose from this color. And your group can choose from this color. Choose one word, and you are going to go ahead and do the It Says, I Say, and So strategy on your own. You have 5 minutes to get this together, okay? If you finish one word, you get to do another word, okay? All right? So you need to share these. So he gets to choose, and you get to choose. And these are from your blue. Right. So if he chooses one, you can choose one. And these are from your blue. Choose one. Show me. Show me. Okay. So this is from this passage. Oh, excellent. I got one. All right. So you're going to draw a line right here, Page. I've got more. I probably cleaned it up. Oh, I see. Armani's using her rock secrets as a resource. Resource. Do you need 2 pencils? Yeah, I think you've got it.
I have one in my
The
hand.
clock's ticking, Dylan.
Oh.
So what's your word?
Magma.
Okay. So write magma. Where are you going to write it? Oh, I see Armani's research. So where are you going to put molten? Where does it go? Okay. Uh-huh. See, Lila's getting to work. Mary's getting to work. Okay, so let's find the word magma in here. Oh, I see it right here, and I'm going to read this to you, okay? I'm going to go back to the beginning of the sentence, and this says, heat from deeply buried lava called magma helps crystals grow. So what does the text say about magma? Oh, and I remember we also looked at this diagram. So what do you notice from the text about magma? Okay, so this is going to be your next word. Do you like it helps stuff grow? Okay, so let's write it down. Oh, under text clues, sorry. Okay, remember? All right, so molten. So, Manuel, where are you going to look for molten? The word molten. For you two, it's in your fluency passage. So, what are the text clues for? So you did your practical knowledge, what you know. You have about a little less than, about a minute and a half